possible. Did I run over the tail? I don't think I did. Bike blogger here. Where do bike commuters live? Topic of the day. Answer: bike commuters live everywhere. But what is the ideal place to live? Out for the car. Ideal, oh boy, cobblestones. Maybe not in a city with a bunch of cobblestones. But seriously, the ideal place to live, in my opinion, is somewhere where your bike commute is quiet, scenic, and just overall low stress. So anybody can do it. And so what makes a bike commute low stress other than, you know, less traffic? Well, I would say no or very little hills. So you'll see a lot of bike commuters in areas where there are like no hills, where it's very flat. For instance, parts of Manhattan, New York City. You'll see a lot of bike commuters in San Francisco too, though, so I digress. Right here. Cop car. No cop in it, though. I'd say a place that has bike infrastructure, or some bike trails. You know, some community outreach to cyclists, basically. And, you know, some good public transit. You know, live near some stores so you can, you know, bike commute, you know, practically and do things like your laundry or whatever. Let's get in line here. Find this guy. And climate. I think the majority, at least just purely on numbers, bike commuters here in the United States are from the states of California, New York, and Florida. Now, it rains a lot in Florida. There we go. It rains a lot in Florida, but it's also pretty dang warm year-round. So climate plays a role, I think. Now, don't get me wrong, Minneapolis is a popular cycling city. So is Portland. Portland, Oregon. I don't know so much about Portland, Maine. Beautiful country, though. Or beautiful state. So anyway, that's just my opinion. What do you think? Let me know in the comment section below. And we're on our way to work today, so talking about bike infrastructure. This is a bike lane. It's, I don't know if you call this a buffered bike lane. It's got, you know, little tiny buffers on each side. It's not a protected bike lane, you know, with parked cars to the left or bollards to the left. I'd almost rather have bollards than parked cars, because parked cars, you know, they create blind spots, and, you know, doors can swing open and stuff. But trying to make the most economical use of the streets, parked cars are usually the choice to go with for a protected bike lane, I think. Anyway, so we're in St. Louis, Missouri. I'm heading east. I'm gonna start heading south here in a second on my way to work. It's all easy right now, downhill. My commute going to work is pretty much downhill on the way to work. So that's kind of nice in the morning, but then in the evening, my commute's pretty much uphill on the way back home. But that's okay, because then I can get a good workout after work, get some stress out of my body, and I can sweat all I want, because when I get home I can shower, because I don't have showers where I work. Obviously the best place to work for a bike commuter, purely in terms of facilities, would be you know, having showers and, you know, a safe place to park your bike, and maybe some tools at work so you can work on your bike. That would probably be the ultimate place to work. But, you know, that's not everything. Obviously, you know, having fun to work with coworkers, just an overall nice work environment not super crazy clients, decent pay, decent benefits. Obviously that'd be the perfect job. My job's pretty good though. I feel very fortunate that I can at least bring my bike indoors at work. So we just crossed Clayton Avenue in the Clayton Tam district. I'm on Tam, heading south. This is a also known as Dogtown. There's theories on why it's called Dogtown, the neighborhoods around here. Basically, I just saw a kid back there on a sidewalk. I think their parents were with them. Although, I do not subscribe to the helicopter parenting philosophy. I think kids should be allowed to run wild in the dangerous city. Historically, this is an Irish immigrant neighborhood, and by historically, I mean like a long time ago. But there's still a lot of, you know, there's still a lot of things around that, you know, still pull off of that. There's the St. Patrick's Day parade goes through this area. Oh yeah, Dogtown. I think it was called Dogtown because a lot of the immigrants here used to be miners, M-I-N-E-R-S, and I don't think that actually has anything why they call it Dogtown. You can tell I'm just going downhill. This is a pretty sweet commute right now. But I think it was called Dogtown because there was just a whole pack of, there's just a lot of, I guess, wild dogs around here. Ugh, possum. Did I run over the tail? I don't think I did. Had to get it in the shot though, get a little roadkill on my way to work. I don't want to be roadkill though. Here we go. So, more bike lane here. It's fading away, but yeah, there's a bike lane here. It's kind of nice, you know, you feel like you have your own designated place on the road. But I think there used to be 2 lanes of traffic going either way, and by putting in this bike lane, they got rid of a lane of traffic. So if you subscribe to vehicular cycling, this was kind of a bad deal, because if you want to actually ride in the real lane to my left, you'd be kind of blocking other faster traffic when they could have in the past gone around you because there were 2 lanes. Now there's just 1 lane and then a bike lane. But, you know, the bike lane's okay. Seems fine for this stretch at least. But since it doesn't go the whole stretch of this road, Manchester Avenue, I think, you know, there's only partially a bike lane and then it turns back into a regular road. And so road users aren't, you know, they're like, hey, why is the bike now in the regular traffic lane? Well, that's because the bike lane's gone. Or it's because a lot of people don't take bike lanes as seriously as regular automobile lanes. In some cases, you know, they'll park construction trucks and stuff in the bike lane. We normally see that in a regular automobile lane. So right now it's extremely flat, but it's kind of windy out here, so that ain't ideal. Also, a little shade would be nice. Did I miss something? Wasn't really paying a whole lot of attention way in front of me, but did that minivan like just go around the UPS truck? I don't think so, but they seem to be swerving there a little. So now we're heading west. We're leaving the city of St. Louis, heading toward Maplewood, Missouri. We're still in the city though right now. It is not too cold, but I got my full finger gloves on, as you can see. Got my winter helmet on, which has the knit ear flaps. Nice and warm, nice and toasty. I'd be pretty dang sweaty right now if I were working harder. I'm not working so hard right now. What else? Yeah, so I'm really liking my new bike Commute. I hope you do too. Trying to keep it interesting, trying to go a few different ways. Trying to show you a little bit of everything. These are all areas, you know, I've ridden in the past. Now you can see we got a regular traffic lane again, which is what I am in. This is interesting. I'm gonna take you down in the alleyway, I think, and that's where we'll end the video. Don't tell anybody though, but I'm gonna have to go a little bit the wrong way down the street. So I'll take it nice and easy, but I want to explore a little. That's the fun of bike commuting. You just gotta be a little careful. Alright. Here we go. Alright, so crossing McCausland there. Sharrow. Alright, so here's what I was talking about. We're gonna make a right here. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Alright. I saw this on Google Maps. So let's see where this goes. Truck is kind of blocking the alleyway there for cars. So yeah, every day's an adventure. Taking new routes, exploring new things, flying down, not exactly, gently riding down alleyways where there's a lot of broken glass and cars coming in and out of driveways and a lot of gravel. And some overgrown grass, not ideal. Oh, there we go. Now where are we? This is Linden to my right, and I think it's Bruno what I'm on now. So nice and quiet, nice and scenic. We're gonna end this commute here in a second. We're almost to work. Make a left onto Yale. I'm gonna go back down to the street I was just on. Look, a big pumpkins. I don't know if you can see it over there. There's a tree in the way. Just an overall beautiful day today. It's supposed to get real cold soon, since even though we're in the middle of autumn, the cold weather will be coming. And I'll get out my lobster claw gloves. Big poofy gloves to keep me warm. Nice and toasty. You always want to dress so you're just a little chilly when you begin your commute. That way, by the end, you're probably a little toasty. And I would suggest if you're like me, and you kind of go into work late in the day and then you leave work late in the day, you dress for the weather based on the high temperature in the morning and then based on the low temperature in the evening. So, big blind spot here. One more car, two more cars, and here we go. Alright, that pretty much does it. We're in Maplewood now, or I think the border is like, where's the border? I think we might have just passed the border. I think the border was the road I just got off of. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time. Watch those sewer covers.